So Ronnie Coleman, who's a buddy of yours, actually, he said of Lee Haney, he said he is the greatest bodybuilder of all time by far. And this is a gentleman who actually shares the record with you. Right. Okay. So, you know, one of the things that I think that you probably did, in my opinion, better than anyone, was that when you did your trainings, you know, even at that time, even watching those tapes, it wasn't just about the physique. It wasn't just about the Mr. Olympias. It wasn't just about the workout. It was just a life philosophy. And you were great at saying, helping people with setting goals, achieving goals, and saying you guys could do whatever you want. It doesn't have to be Mr. Olympia. It could be whatever it is that you want to. So where did that mindset come from? Did you always have that mindset, or did that develop over time?
Well, you know what, strange thing, you know, when you look at people that have achieved a certain level of success in any profession, the one thing they have in common is a mindset that allows them to push beyond barriers, allows them to feed or to be a wellspring of positivity. Mm-hmm. You know, we never get into the negativity of things. We never allow that. That mindset has never been a part of my psyche. It's always been, yes, I can. Yes, I will. I'll find a way. Okay, maybe it's not now, but guess what? I'll be patient, and eventually it will happen. Right. You know, so I really feel that is the biggest thing that pushes people that are that's over and beyond, that become successful. The mindset is different. You know, one of the people that I love looking at, several of them, I like the mindset of Muhammad Ali. He would tell a guy, okay, you're going down in the 5th round. And guess what? The guy goes down in the 5th round.
That's right.
You know, he said and he meant it. You know, you look at Arnold, you know, the charisma. When he hit the stage, he's like, he had this presence. Yeah. And this presence is something you're born with. You know, Bill Clinton, when I served as the chairman to the president on council on fitness, he walked into the room and you just felt this energy that was so unique. It's just certain people got this thing. Yeah. And a doubtful mind, a doubtful psyche is not a part of their makeup.
Yeah. Yeah, you never see a guy with, you know, getting his Mr. Olympia award going, gee, I didn't think I could do it, but I'm glad I did. You know, I mean,
yeah, you know,
you rarely see that.
I said it, as you saw it, Jordan, in the video, one of the things I say, there's nothing wrong with having a healthy ego.
Right, exactly.
That's why they're shepherds. I want to be the shepherd.
Of course, yeah. Now, do you find it, because you have a lot of support system, which is always good, but at the end of the day, it's really you against yourself and gravity, right? You know, it's like, that part of it is that mindset that you're talking about, right? Because if you don't have that, it doesn't matter who's out there supporting you, you just can't get there.
You can't get there. You know, one of the things that I warn athletes about, because I always get a lot of athletes when I go to some of the events to say, well, Mr. Haney, what do you think about my potential? You know, do you think, you know, what do you think? I said, listen, never ask anybody what they think about you. You have to think about yourself. How do you feel about your own potential personally? You have to feel that. I said, if I'm a knucklehead, I can say to you, you know what? You don't stand a chance. You're not going to be anything. Forget about it. Right. And guess what? And if you're weak in the head, you will take that to heart. Right. And it could be the very thing that just put your fire out. I recall as a youngster working at a grocery store. I was 19 years old, preparing for the Teenage America show. And, you know, I was bagging groceries, and this one gentleman I would see frequently on the weekends taking his groceries out. I told him, I'm getting ready for the Mr. Teenage America. Man, it's going to be in Detroit, Michigan. I'm going to go up there. I'm going to win that thing. And he said to me, he said, well, you know, you got to remember, you're from a little town called Spartanburg, South Carolina. And then you got these other young men from California and New York, from these big cities. So I just want you to be mindful of that. I wouldn't want to see you get your feelings hurt. Yeah.
Wow.
Totally different than what I expected to hear.
Right.
But listen, when he said that to me, I thought he had lost his ever-loving mind.
Good.
Because I remember my dad telling me, son, men put their pants on one leg at a time, no different than you do. And my mom would always say to me, son, you put the Lord first in your life, it'll take you around the world. Nobody's better than you. Whatever you do, you give your very best. I was raised up.
Right. You had that.
With that mindset, and people that love me and that I respected feeding me that constantly. And so when this gentleman said that, it just rolled right down my shoulder. It didn't. It had no effect other than I thought he had lost his mind.
Right.
You know. But guess what? 3 weeks later, here I am. I brought this 4-foot tall Teenage America trophy.
Nice.
To the store, set it in the window, and he saw it.
There you go.
And said, you know what? You believed in yourself. You believed in yourself. So it blew his mind.
Good.
And I said, yes, sir, I did.
It's an educating moment, even for him.
That's it.
You learn.
You never ask anybody permission,
right,
concerning your greatness or you're willing to be all that you can be or do all that you can do. It's nobody's permission. It's always you against you. I always tell the young competitors, look, you have to compete against yourself. Never put a picture up of somebody else and say, well, I got to be better than that person. No, you be better than the person that you're looking at in the mirror.
Exactly.